The Odyssey is fucking peak. Christopher Nolan fucking delivered on every single aspect of this movie. Maybe not every single aspect. I do have my problems, but holy shit. Ooh, fucking peak. Put a peak counter in the fucking corner or something, because I'm gonna keep on saying this, and I know it's dark out now. Yeah, this is all being recorded after the fact because I deleted like 20 minutes of footage because fuck that, it was messy. Anyways, let's get straight into the fucking review, right? I have my little list here to try to clean things up a bit. Yeah, so I know that I said I was going to release the video the day after I put out that first video reviewing the Odyssey. Well, I wanted to see it a second time, so that's my excuse. And I did. And holy shit, did it deliver. Maybe even better the second time I watched the movie. But I did see it in Dolby, not IMAX, the second time. The first time I saw it in IMAX, so I got that experience. Second time, saw it in Dolby. I think I want to go back a third time this week to watch it in IMAX. I know. I talked a lot of shit last video as well, saying, oh, there's too many big hitters, heavy hitters. This movie isn't going to deliver. Again, holy shit, was I wrong. I don't think I've ever been more wrong about a movie. I tried pre-firing something thinking I was God knows who or what. And yeah, I was wrong about it all. The heavy hitters hit. Not all of them. And I do have some problems with this movie. There are some areas where I think that, it's not perfect. But we're going to get into that later. But before we get into the main positives, let's get into the biggest positive. Penelope, 20 fucking years? Bitch, are you crazy? Bro, I don't know a girl that would wait more than 2 fucking weeks. 20 years? Oh my god. 20 years you waited for Odysseus to return? You didn't do anything. Not even look at another dude. I mean, she had that scene with my boy Robert P, but it's Robert P, you know what I mean? You kind of gotta have to give her the pass for that. It's Robert P or Patterson. I would do the same shit. I would do the same shit. I promise you if I was a woman. Let's get into my main positive of the movie. First of all, I want to say the pacing was amazing. I think the way that the story kind of unravels itself the longer it goes on, and you kind of start getting these key moments of Odysseus' past, after Troy, how he was on the ship with his men, how his men, died or he lost men, and how it's kind of being discovered throughout the movie of where he actually is now, which is with Calypso. That's where the story kind of, gathered itself, and it's where you kind of get, placed into in the story. It's with Calypso. But yeah, the story is beautiful, and the way it tells itself backwards, and you just get these key moments. It's really brilliant. Also, some positive, the scenes. Some of the scenes of the movie were my favorite from Nolan that I've ever seen. To start off, the Cyclops scene it's so well done. It's so well done. You have Patel's character kind of always doubting Odysseus throughout this whole story, but this is where it kind of, I think it really started, because Odysseus led them astray from Agamemnon and their crew, and he's like, nah, let's do it ourselves. They do it themselves, and they get fucked instantly, right? Odysseus pulls them up this island and this mountain. He leads them into a cave. Boom, Poseidon's son, right there. The Cyclops. It was such a good scene. It was such a well done scene when he was screaming the Cyclops was screaming after they put that stick in his eye. Such a well done scene. In IMAX, I wanted to cover my ears. It was too loud. Like it was going on too long for me. But yeah, that was a big positive. That scene was absolutely beautiful. Honestly, something that I really enjoyed was, again, Patel's character. You can slowly see him and his men like kind of turning against Odysseus up until when they go to the mountain with the woman the witch who turns them into pigs. They're like, nah, you're staying here. All right, we need to leave you behind because you keep making decisions for us, which, these decisions are kind of, Odysseus' subconscious speaking to him that he doesn't want to return home. Spoiler alert, but that's later on in what I'm going to get into. But, they go up this island and, or this mountain, and Patel's character kind of goes against Odysseus. And I bought his character completely. Like I in my head, when I was watching the movie, I was like, dude, fuck this dude. Odysseus keeps making the worst decisions possible. Dude, they escape the Cyclops, and the first thing this dude thinks of, oh, let me just shoot him in the eye. Oh, hell no, bro. I'm revolting against him instantly. There's no way I'm letting that shit happen. Um, but yeah, that beautiful scene. And then, the witch, another beautiful scene, how Matt Damon's character Odysseus realizes he kind of discovers that his men have been turned into pigs. It was great. It was great. It was great. Um, and then the scene after this, it might have just been my favorite scene in the whole movie. Second place, my second place favorite scene in the whole movie was when they went to Hades. And he was speaking with Sinon. And he was speaking with his men. And he was speaking with Agamemnon. And Agamemnon tells them, hey, listen. Don't make the same mistake I did in thinking that you're going to get a warm welcome home. Like, I thought that scene, it might have just been the best looking scene that I've seen since maybe Dune 2. Call me a TikTok boy. I don't give a fuck. All right? That scene compared to Dune 2. And Dune 2's one, again, call me a TikTok boy for rating Dune 2 so high. The cinematography in that movie is insane. And Nolan delivered right here. Hades was filmed beautifully, shot beautifully. And then they go on this trip. He loses his men, blah blah blah. He gets warned. And then the sirens, like, it's, you discover that he didn't want to return home. And that's why he's making these stupid ass decisions the whole movie. At least that's my opinion on why he's doing it. And I think it ties everything in so beautifully. And then you get to Calypso and he remembers everything. And this is my number one scene in the movie. And I'm pretty sure the soundtrack was playing. But when Calypso's voice is in his head and he's on the raft and she's like, the one thing that you've never been able to do, you need to do it now, is just let go. You need to let go. I don't think I've watched all of Nolan's movies. There's not a scene, and for some reason I don't know what it was. I was tearing up the second time I was watching this. I don't know what, if it related to me. I don't know if I think I'm the main character or something. I felt that in my bones. I might be the main character. I don't know. I might be in the Odyssey. But I loved that scene. That was my number one scene the whole movie. And then you get it starts wrapping up things, and you get a bunch of aura farming moments from Matt Damon when he's like, I'm not coming for vengeance. I'm coming for all of it. Insane. And then obviously the bow at the end, and he shoots the arrow, kills all those motherfuckers in that place, gets his shorty back. Amazing. Those are all my positives that I can really think of. Other than the cast was amazing. I was talking so much shit. The cast was amazing, but we'll get to that in a bit. Before that, I want to go over some negatives. I think it does drag at some times, or at some points of the movie. The Cyclops scene, I know I just hyped the fuck out of it. I do think it was a little long. A little long. That's not the worst thing though. It's by any means. It was just something that I saw in second watch, even first watch, and I was like, okay, like, we're gonna get out of here, or what's it like? What's good? But the other part that I think dragged a lot for me personally, it was the ending. Like, the ending was so long on the second watch. I might need to watch it again, but like, after he does the bow and like he starts murking them, like, it's like, wrap this shit up, boy. Like, boy, like, wrap this shit up. What are we doing? Like, the choreography too in that whole scene is terrible. Like, Nolan has a history of this though. Like, you really expect Matt Damon to swing around an axe like that and he's gonna kill 10 people in one blow? I don't believe it, bro. Take down 10 people in one blow with an axe? I don't buy it. But yeah, the choreography was kind of a mess in the end, in my opinion. But yeah, the end really dragged. Like, when he was slow walking up to Penelope and when they were talking, it was like, okay, dude, like, we could have done this shit a little bit different. I think, when he strings the bow, boom, And then those last like 25, 30 minutes, it was just like, dude, this could be condensed. This could be changed somehow. I think it really took me out of the movie. And that kind of sucks because like I love endings, and it really took me out of the movie. Okay, next, let's just go over the actors. All right. First things first. Let's get out the bad. The bad. All right. We have Tom Holland's bitch ass over here. He did fine as Telemachus, to be honest. I don't know why I said his bitch ass. He did fine. I think this was his best role that he's ever done. The scene where he recognizes that Odysseus is actually there with him. The dog scene. I think that was like his best acting that I've ever seen. Other than that, he was just fine. I kind of predicted that, to be honest. He was just fine. Another negative for me is was Zendaya. I kind of predicted this, to be honest, as well as Tom Holland. But this is even worse. Why is she in every fucking movie? Can we stop with Zendaya? I didn't like this, and maybe it's just me being a hater, but like she didn't have a big part, and she wasn't bad by any. It's just like cast somebody else. My God. Other than that, like, to be honest, the whole cast did great. Matt Damon, I'm not the biggest fan of him. He did really good in this movie. He did really, really good in this movie. He didn't take the cake by any means. All right. If that belongs to a male actor, it's gonna be Robert Pattinson. All right. Robert Pattinson over Matt Damon any day of the fucking week. All right. When he's like, "Are you a god?" and he was just mocking him, talking shit. Oh my God. And he throws the chair on God. I don't know how Matt Damon's Odysseus had patience for that. I'm knocking his bitch ass out right away. Hell no. In front of my girl? In front of my son? Oh, hell no, bro. I'm rocking his bitch ass. Other than Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, like I just said, amazing. I loved his character. I wanted to kill him the whole entire movie. Patel, again, I think delivered an amazing performance. He wasn't, so emotional, but it's just like you could feel kind of the anger. Like, I don't want to go against you, my master, but like, goddamn. And then who took the cake for me? Penelope. Anne Hathaway delivered. This was my favorite performance that she's given. Maybe I need to watch more movies, but oh my God, the emotion I felt from her when she said, "I want Odysseus." And then it cuts to Odysseus. I felt it in my bones. I felt every second that she was on the screen that she was longing for her husband. I felt it. Anne Hathaway, you killed this. You took the cake. But yeah, that's everything. They were heavy hitters in this movie. All right, next, just to finish things off, I think we're gonna rate it. All right, we're gonna rate some of Nolan's movies. Let's just get into it. Realistically, it's Nolan, so I only did to B. I don't think anything's gonna make it under B tier. I could be wrong. I'm just kind of spitballing. So I haven't seen The Following or Insomnia. Memento B tier. To be honest, good movie. Just the pacing kind of killed it for me. People might disagree with that. Fuck you. I don't care. Batman Begins, S. Best origin story I have ever fucking seen. All right. Spider-Man 1 might compete, but that's it. The Prestige, I'm gonna go A+. Maybe A. It's just I thought it was a well-rounded movie. I just didn't care for it too much. The plot twist was insane though. My favorite movie of all time. The Dark Knight's the best movie I've ever seen. Inception, also A+, maybe S tier. Dark Knight Rises, okay, B tier. Interstellar, I think we're going A+ tier as well. I'm a bit lower on it now. And people might disagree with that. Fuck you, you're the real TikTok boys if you disagree with that. It has its flaws, most definitely. It doesn't make sense sometimes. Dunkirk, I'm gonna give it a B. It loses me. Okay, I said that nothing was below B. Fuck Tenet with everything I have. I do not like that movie except for the beginning. The beginning's amazing. That's it. The opening scene. Oppenheimer, again, A+, maybe S. And honestly, the Odyssey, for me, it's going S. This was the movie, okay? I thought Dune 3 was going to be the movie of the year, and as much as I love Denny and all his work, this might take it. I hope it doesn't. I'm expecting a lot from Dune 3, but the Odyssey is that good. It's that good. It's Nolan's own adaptation, and it killed it. All right. If you haven't seen it, go watch the Odyssey. It's a wonderful movie. Peace.